Flaming hello everybody and welcome to a new sketching session. I haven't been here for a while, I know, and I'm sure you missed my sketchbook videos. At least I missed filming them. Today's session is extra special because we're going to finish this tiny sketchbook together. A while ago I filmed a video about starting this sketchbook and you will see a link somewhere here, I guess. And now I only have a few last spreads left to complete. Finishing the sketchbook also means that I can film a sketchbook tour for you, and I'm wondering whether you're interested in it. You know, I usually don't do it, but why not? Let's make a tiny deal. If this video gets, let's say 300 likes, I will record a detailed sketchbook tour as soon as possible. That way I will know you really want to see it, so you know what to do. Now let's talk about the sketching process itself. For the first spread, I decided to draw a white rabbit inspired by one of my previous pages I created recently. I completely fell in love with the combination of soft whitish tones and vibrant red. So I decided to develop this concept further and I decided to play around with it a little bit more. I don't draw rabbits very often, and honestly, every time I try to sketch a new animal, it is a bit stressful. To make it recognizable, I have to pay attention to details. Even though I like to simplify things in my style, I still want to capture some more or less realistic details. You probably know that I like to use red pencil in my sketches. I don't know, just because I like it. But today I do it for a reason. Since I plan to apply the paint in a watery, semi-transparent way, I want the red to bleed through for, I don't know, some sort of subtle effect. The key to painting rich, interesting, saturated whites is knowing that white is never just white. Mixing different base colors with white in various proportions creates a much more dynamic look. That is exactly what I'm doing for the rabbit's body. I try to add different tints pretty much randomly without worrying too much about the overall shape. But of course, all in all, I keep in mind that I want the rabbit to look white, so I use more white color in my proportions. Today I'm using tempera in a very light, almost watercolor-like consistency. I don't know, maybe it is more gouache. It's hard to describe. Even though I'm using white, I want it to stay very semi-transparent. You know, guys, it's always interesting to analyze your drawing sometimes and to analyze reasons why you decided to draw something. I will explain. For the red accent, I initially had no idea what to place between the rabbit's body parts. And I don't know, just for fun, I sketched this curved line and decided to keep it, without any deep sense, etc. And now looking at it, I realized that it reminds me of a heart or a pulse line. And the story is that last week my husband and I accidentally discovered that our old husky Thor has very serious heart issues. And it happened out of blue. We discovered it very accidentally, and of course it was very unsettled for me. I got very depressed because of this, and yeah, obviously that is something that has been on my mind lately, and it just spilled onto the paper. That is how it works sometimes. I think it is a good moment to tell you about my Patreon. Here are some things you can find there. Color exploration posts for your inspiration, tutorials, my textured brush set for Procreate, long process videos, digital art prints, exclusive sketches, and more. I would be happy to see you in my tiny creative community. There's no pressure, of course. Thank you so much for your attention, and now let's get back to the video. Let's move on to the next spread. I still had some leftover paint on my palette from the previous spread, and of course I had to use it, because paint is a liquid gold, right? I didn't have a specific concept in mind for this one. Initially I planned to paint a whimsical full-body creature, but somewhere along the way something felt off. So I decided to stop at a half-body version instead, and yeah, it still works because I can create everything what I want in my sketchbook. Because of this decision, some empty space appeared at the bottom of the page, so whenever I don't know what to draw, and if I have some empty space, I just sketch a random flower. Seriously, in any uncertain situation, just draw flowers. I should probably add this quote to my channel description. For this whimsical creature's body, I used the same approach as with the rabbit, whitish, semi-transparent paint to create a soft layered look. Even though I used super vivid, almost neon-like colors, by mixing them in the right proportions, I managed to create a dusty, complex greens. I applied that shade to the reddish greenery and to the plant the creature is holding. Don't ask me why and what it symbolizes. There's nothing. It's just nonsense. let's fill the last spread. For this one, I didn't want to focus on a specific concept or composition. I just wanted to play with color. And I had this urge to experiment with a classic, some sort of classic combination, saturated blue and bright orange, Pretty classical one because yeah, these are complementary colors, very contrast ones, and yeah, I just realized that I don't apply this color combination too often, and I wanted to explore it a bit. So I started with a super rough botanical sketch, not worrying about precision at all. I just needed it as a base, some sort of base, and I mostly wanted to concentrate on colors, as I mentioned before. The deep ultramarine blue became the star of the spread, so I began by filling the background with it. Once it dried, I added a bit of yellow to sketch out some loose random leaves. And now it's time for those bright orange accents. The plant I ended up sketching kind of looks like apricots, yeah? I think yeah. So let's just call it an apricot plant. When the main color spots were down, I felt like the background needed a little bit more depth, so I darkened it a bit and added extra color accents. Unfortunately, I didn't film this part because it was very experimental, but I also mixed in some greenish and pinkish tints to the leaves, and wow, it turned out gorgeous. I truly couldn't expect it can turn out so great. So yeah, I love it so much. Feeling totally fulfilled after my painting experiments and my color exploration, I decided to add a very simple pencil sketch next to the painting to finalize this spread. And of course, in any uncertain situation, what do? That is right, we draw flowers. Or even better, whimsical flowers. That is what I ended up with today. Let me know in the comments which spread you like the most and why. I would be very happy to hear your thoughts. And of course, don't forget to like this video if you want to see a full sketchbook tour. Yeah, I think it's going to be super interesting. So just, you know what to do, right? Thank you so much for watching, and a huge special thanks to my incredible patrons. Your support truly means the world to me. See you in the next video. Bye bye!